Hello YouTube artists, I'm Kelly Hernig and welcome to In the Studio. Today I've got a mini haul of beauty. That's all I want to say because these are fantastic and I found them off of an artist on Instagram. Her name is Kat, K-A-T _ R-Y-A-L-L-S. She makes these palettes herself and I was totally in love with them. So I had a birthday, a big birthday, and I bought myself 2 of them. So we're going to unwrap these. And then I've also bought 6 Da Vinci colors to kind of complete my set of Da Vinci's. And I wanted to swatch those out for you. But let's get into the watercolor palettes because they are dreamy and fantastic. I've never seen anything like them. She does beautiful stickers. Her stuff is a lot of nature. I love that. And look how beautifully they're wrapped. %100 recycled, love that. Oh look, a charming little bag. That's cool. That's really neat. Look at that. Wow. So this one has 19 colors and it's got a place for your brush. So it just rests here at an angle, which I really, really love. This one I want to put the Da Vinci's in. That's why I bought the remaining Da Vinci colors, because I want a palette on my desk that is just Da Vinci's. And I've got quite a bit, but there's some that I like and don't like, so I think the 19 palette will do really wonders for me. That was my intention of buying this one. Ooh, look at that beautiful card. It feels very cork-like. That's very cool. It's a beautiful case. Oh yeah. This one is 21 colors and it's got 2 brush holders for either end. I'll probably use one for a brush and one for a pencil because I'm always losing my pencil on my desk. But what I want to do with this one is I want to do a palette that I make up of my own. It's just colors that are very muted and very earthy. So that's going to be a project that I'll share here. But that was my intention of buying this one so that I could hand make some colors. And look how beautiful it is. So this wood here is sycamore. I believe this wood here is cedar, if I'm not mistaken. But I love the different color variations. And I like that this one was smaller. They're very light. They're very thin. Look how thin they are. And so I'm just looking forward to looking at the beauty on my desk like that. I love that they'll both be here, that they're different sizes, they'll have different colors in them, and I'm excited to fill them. If you want me to make a video of me filling them and creating colors, let me know and I will definitely do that for you. I will have Kat's Instagram information in the video description box. And now my Da Vinci colors. So let me share the colors that I have. And we're going to do swatches of these. So I have a Denise's green. I was missing kind of a spring green, and I think this one is going to do that. This is why I decided to purchase some Da Vinci's, because they came out with a new color called Sage and Amber, and I'm hoping it's very close to Holbein Yellow Gray is what I'm hoping. But I love the name Sage and Amber. I have Joyce's Mother Violet. I needed a red violet. I have a lot of blue violets. Lavender. I wanted to try their lavender. See what kind of color I got. It looked a little bluer than the violets that I have. And then I have Perylene Red. And I have Perylene Maroon. I'm hoping one of them will be a red that I really like. I'm hoping this maroon is just a bit darker than the red, but we'll see. I've already poured these into half pans so that we can begin our swatching. For my swatching book, I'm using, this is a Stillman and Byrne Beta series book, and I believe this is the 8x10 book, but this is what I've been doing all of my swatching in. And I've got the Da Vinci here, has several pages that I've done with you. These were the initial set, And then I bought a little bit more because I found I was missing. I didn't have any browns in here. I really didn't have any reds. I was experimenting with a lot of oranges. So I bought a couple reds and some browns, and now I'm going to do the 6 colors that I did here. And how I do the templates here is I take a manila folder and I just cut out a shape that I can use as a template. So I just trace it out each time. And I like that because it gives me a uniform look. And each color family is a little different. You can see different leaves, different kind of shapes. Some are really round. But I try to do a mass tone and a lighter value on each one. The first one is Denise's green. And I'm hoping for kind of a springy green. You can see here that I have really dark greens and like a mint green, but nothing really springy. I'm hoping kind of like a serpentine green. Oh yeah, that's lovely. This one up here, I want a little more mass tone so that I can see it at its full coloration. Wow, that's pretty. It's not too bright, which is what I like. I always have to really consider greens if they're too bright or if I know I'm going to have to mute them, but this is kind of a natural green. I can see me using this in the pines and the trees quite easily, but also with a little bit of buff titanium, it will easily be muted. Now I'm just going to add water to it so that I can get it a little lighter for the little leaf. I am going to splash. I'm splashing in this book to see the texture and to see if there's any granulation. So when I splash clean water, I take my 3 fingers up to about the first knuckle. And then I kind of hold it like this and just flick it down onto my paper. Now there's a couple tricks to that. If there is standing puddles on your actually painted surface, you're not going to get the splashing. What that's going to do is by adding water, it's just going to push the paint kind of to the sides that way. So you have to wait when the shine is starting to dissipate. That is the perfect time to splash. The next color is the Sage and Amber. I'm excited about this color. Oh yeah. That's a lovely tone. It's got a hint of green. I don't know if you can see that on the camera here. It's beautiful. Wow. I'm gonna have fun with this one. I like the little bit of different colors, right? I'm not looking for a normal color. If it's going to give me an advantage and make it faster for me to put something down in nature, that is really lovely. It looks like it might have a little bit of separation here, maybe some colors. Maybe a little bit of granulation. Oh, wow. This is fantastic. Lavender is next, and the lavender, I was hoping that it was a little more on the blue side. At least that's what it looked like for me. It almost looks like a cornflower color. I love that. Because the purple from Daniel Smith is more on the red side. And I was hoping that this lavender I could get away with making a light blue with this plus their buff titanium, and I think I'll be able to. It's really pretty. I don't know if you can see that, but it's separating just a little bit. Calm down, Kelly. Pretty pleased already with my color choices, so that's really good. It's kind of hard when you're trying to complete a set for yourself and find what you're missing and what you might need in order to make the palette more round for yourself. By more round, I mean more possibilities of mixing. Like I want to be able to mix everything with this, any color imaginable. But I don't want to have, 900 colors either. That's why I bought that palette of 19. I'm hoping that that does that. Okay, Joyce's Mother Violet here. That is, I'm hoping for a more red violet. And it looked like it also separated and granulated from the website. So we'll see. It is very much a red tone. Let's see if we have, here's my other ones. So I've got a more blue tone in there. So this is going to be great. I don't know that I would use it this strong by itself. I would definitely mix it because this is a little bold for my palette. I know you're laughing right now. Oh yeah, it's getting a little bit of color separation in there. Probably when I fling some water, you'll see it a little more. I don't know if you can see it, but it's starting to really separate right there. Okay, the next one is Perylene Red, and then I have Perylene Maroon. I was missing a traditional red. I have like a Venetian red, and I have the alizarin gold, which I love, but I needed something brighter, like a true red here. I can tell this one is extremely bright. And I usually like a red that leans more to the oranges, if I can. And this is not my favorite red, so I'm hoping the maroon is a little darker for me. You can tell just by the other colors, like these three I really feel are my kind of colors that just feels out of sorts or out of place. Where on this page here, these are my other reds that I have. Alizarin gold and then Indian red. So I was hoping that there was something in between the two, just a little brighter, but this is way too bright for me. I can tell you that already. So let's give Perylene Maroon a try. Oh yeah, that's much better. See how that color kind of fits in more with my other colors where it doesn't stand out. Like even this lighter tone, look at how beautiful that is. Okay, they've been dried. I'm going to bring you up because I want you to see the beautiful color separation in the Sage and Amber and the Joyce's Mother Violet. They're really lovely, but I want you to see the texture of this lavender. It almost looks like it's granulating, and that's very cool because I don't have a granulating lavender. So the green is Denise's green, and right next to it is the Sage and Amber. See those lovely colors in the Sage and Amber? And then we've got lavender. Can you see all that little granulation? It's a really lovely color, and I'm glad it's on the bluer side. It's going to be perfect for me. Then I've got Joyce's Mother Violet, and you can see it's a little more red violet, but look at how it's separating into the blues and the pinks. It's almost like three colors in one. Can you imagine that in a sky? Wouldn't that be beautiful? And then we've got Perylene Red and Perylene Maroon here. And I think the maroon is a little too dark, but I think the Perylene Red is a little too light. So when I go to put it on my palette, I think I'm going to mix them. I think it's going to be 2 parts Perylene Red to 1 part Perylene Maroon so that I get a nice, bright, duller red than the Perylene Red. But I'm really excited about these 6 colors. I think they complete my set really well. So now what I have to do is figure out my 19 colors, and then I'm going to fill it into this beautiful palette. I can't wait to get this filled, have it on my desk, and just ready to paint with it. It's going to be so joyful. If you were inspired by today's art stuff, please like and comment. And if you haven't subscribed, please click the button. And as always, thanks for watching.